How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the No Skip Show. I'm your host, Travis, by representing the No Skip Show and the Mr. Roboto Project. We are inside Roboto, and I'm here with Max from Ultra Deluxe.
Hey, everyone.
So, what do you do in Ultra Deluxe?
Oh, I do a lot of things. It's definitely more people besides me, but and the singer. I write all the synth parts. I write all the song structures. I write all the drum parts, although my friend Chris plays the drums live, and I write a couple of the guitar and bass parts. But my bandmate Dane plays all those on the records, and I compose some of the horn and string parts that our friend Dan will play on trombone.
Absolutely awesome. So, how would you describe the sound of Ultra Deluxe to someone who has never heard of your band before?
Awesome. So we are definitely a blend of genres, but I think the first thing is we're screamo with some punk and dance punk elements, but most notably we have a lot of electronics, a lot of synth sounds, and then also a lot of orchestral sounds. So our band has guitar, drums, bass, what's in most punk bands. Then we've got a lot of synthesizers. And then we have violins, cello, viola, French horn, trombone, and a lot of samples. And it's kind of a mismatch where it gets pretty heavy and screamy, but there's a lot of ambient and kind of orchestral sounding things blended in.
Awesome. Sounds good. It sounds like quite a mix of different kinds of sounds. I love that. So then, who are some bands and artists that inspire the sound of Ultra Deluxe and inspire you specifically?
Yeah, so some bands that I don't know personally, but bands that have influenced me. Thursday, I grew up in New Jersey and I love emo music. Thursday, I've been listening to them since I was a kid. Rage Against the Machine, our band is very political and we don't really sound anything like Rage Against the Machine, but politically, I value them and their lyricism. And also, I do write the drum parts and I'm really influenced by Rage Against the Machine's drummer. And then Block Party for the dancier parts. And the last band that's really important to me is kind of more of the orchestral kind of post-rock kind of ambient stuff. Is this band called Efterklang. They're very spacious and kind of dreamy sounding. So yeah.
Awesome. And do you have any personal favorite bands that maybe inspire everything you do, why you got into music in the first place, anything like that?
Yeah, another band The Faint is a band from Omaha that I grew up with. I think I learned about them from a game like Tony Hawk or something like that. And I really just they have a lot of bass sounds and also synths, and that really inspired me to make my own music like that.
Absolutely. And with your show tonight at Roboto, you played a nice variety of different kinds of songs. What goes into making your set list, and why did you choose the songs that you chose for tonight?
Definitely, yeah. So Ultra Deluxe has been a band for 10 years. I don't know how many songs we have, maybe over 50, but we only played 5 songs, and I like to have some more high energy songs. So we play Dreams of Him, which came out on our last album. That's one of our dancier songs. Housed in the Arctic and Outstretched Towards the Sun, which were 2 of our singles for our new album. And we played Manufacturing Medicine, which is my favorite song that we wrote, which has probably one of the heavier parts of the album. And the closer of our album, Points of Peace, which I feel is a big, kind of crescendo for the set. There are a lot of songs we don't play and a lot of songs on our newest album, Floria Wars, that I like. Adrian Gets Released, but that is one of the slower songs. I'm really glad I wrote it, but for a live show, I really wanted it to be our more hyped songs.
Absolutely. And speaking of your new album, you did just release a brand new album. So with that, how did you approach the songwriting and the production for your newest album?
So all of Ultra Deluxe's music is a sci-fi kind of space opera. So we have 4 albums out and they're each kind of chapters. And so this is the 4th album. So I didn't really know, I know in my mind where I want the story to go, and I know what's going to happen. I don't know the lyrics, so I write the music. I write the idea for the story first, then I write the songs. I'm okay, these will be the lyrics. This part will have this, and Housed in the Arctic, I wrote that bass line first. I'm okay, this is a catchy part. I'm going to try to do this, and we're just going to continue with our space saga because it's just really fun for me. It's another creative outlet for the band that is a kind of more writing based rather than music based.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so awesome. And I like the different approach to, say, your songwriting compared to other like DIY bands.
Yeah, so like I said, it's me and a bunch of my friends. We collaborate. My friend Dane, who lives here in Pittsburgh, and I live in New York City. So we send a lot of like files over the internet. So I'll come up with like a structure, but it's missing a lot of parts, like a lot of bass parts and a lot of guitar parts. Dane fills in. So we send emails back and forth, and it makes it really fun and collaborative despite the long distance. Now, we live far, Pittsburgh to New York, it's not that far, but we wrote a lot of music during the COVID lockdown. And I think we fell into that groove of it, giving us more time that we weren't leaving our house. And it kind of helps the band have this like, maybe like not disjointed, but kind of like a bunch of pieces putting together, because like we literally do that in the writing process. So it kind of keeps the sound going.
Absolutely, and it keeps like the wide array of different influences without trying to meld it too much, I feel like.
Yeah, we definitely try to do a lot of different things in a small, 25, 30 minute set, and that's just what makes it fun and exciting for us. Yeah.
Absolutely, and it's definitely exciting for everyone in attendance as well.
No, thank you so much.
Absolutely. So our next question is, since your band is from multiple different areas, I'll ask you specifically, what does your local scene mean to you?
Yeah, so Dane is from Huntington, West Virginia, and they live in Pittsburgh now. Huntington, West Virginia is where I met Dane when I was touring in Ultra Deluxe before they joined the band. That scene is incredible, amazing house show scene. Some of our favorite bands in that city are Woodscarred, Routine Days. Those are some great bands. Pittsburgh, of course, are pals in Morning Dew. Short Fictions are incredible. And also we played with Heading North. They were amazing. But I live in New York City, and I've been living there for about 10 years. I book shows, and it's a really big city. And our goal is kind of like make it roboto. This felt like it was a well-attended show. The energy was awesome, but it felt like there was friendship here. So I really try to focus on the DIY aspect. And I feel like in a big city, DIY is very important because it gets so competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we did an interview with a band called Common Sage from Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, I was roommates with Juliana 4 years ago. Yeah, so I love Common Sage. They're again, like it's a close knit thing. Career Day is a band we're playing with tomorrow at Coachella, and now Robbie, the bassist of that band, is my roommate. So yeah, I love like the friendship that we had. Career Day, Common Sage, OK Cuddle is another band that's playing Coachella, and we play with them all the time. And it's great to keep a close-knit scene or a supportive scene alive in such a big scene.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that they had told us was that there's shows every night, and it does tend to somewhat get competitive sometimes.
Yeah, so obviously they make punk and screamo. Could be 3 screamo shows or 3 punks, maybe more than that. And so I think it's like a scene of a scene. You've got punk band, but you kind of want to, I like to book shows with other people that we are friends with. And it's never really like, oh, all these people came for this big band because they're big. It's like all our friends came because they know all the bands. And it ends up being really supportive because when a touring band comes, so it's like one touring band and then 3 bands that have to be, I'm roommates with this person, or that person's my cousin, or whatever. It makes it a really good show for the touring band because everyone sticks around for the whole set because they're friends with every basically local band.
Absolutely, and that is so nice seeing the local scene showing up for even the touring bands as well as also with their friends.
Yeah.
That is so cool to see. So I know you named a couple local New York bands. Are there any other additional bands that you would like to mention?
Dennis, it's your time. Yeah, so I mentioned Career Day and OK Cuddle because we're playing Foe with them tomorrow. But I want to shout out some bands that aren't playing Foe that I really like. Paper Champs is a band from New York. They're really amazing. Nelly Was Nervous is a band from New York that's really amazing. And then our good friends in a band, Fear Not Ourselves Alone, they featured on our album. And then our good friends in the band Tonsil Hockey. So those 4 are some bands that I hope will play Foe one day because they're all so amazing. And they're I think actually Fear Not Ourselves Alone is going to play in Pittsburgh this summer. So that I would check them out.
That is fantastic. And with the No Skip Show, with the Mr. Rubato project, our goal is always to promote local and DIY artists and try to promote them to other cities. So when they come here, they will have new friends that they will make and support as well the local Pittsburgh bands.
That's awesome. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. And that's what we're trying to do, and like what you're also trying to do in New York City.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best. I mean, Pittsburgh is a very big city as well. And I do know there probably aren't competing shows, especially the punk scene is so amazing here. So I feel like keeping us, friendly and safe and together is just what it's all about.
Absolutely. And I think the root of DIY is no competition, always collaboration. I bet that you see that as well. Is that well, the standpoint?
Yeah. No, definitely. So I also book shows in New York. I have like a little booking collective called Friendship Quest Booking. Veronica from Tonsil Hockey, FRA from Fear and Ourselves Alone are in that. And again, so we kind of go under the competitiveness. We cannot compete with the Turnstile show. Turnstiles and Grow the band. Like if there's a 10,000 people at the Turnstile show, well, we got 40 of our friends at the Basement show, and that is just as fun.
Absolutely. It's like the energy that you get from the DIY shows is unlike anything else.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So I think that's all the questions.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Yeah, thanks everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. This has been a couple of minutes with Max from Ultra Deluxe. This is Travis Platt from the No Skip Show and the Mr. Roboto Project signing out.